Lancaster Catholic. My name is CJ Lancelotto.
And my name is AJ Garcia.
Today is June 2nd, and here's what you need to know. Today's lunch is nothing. It's a heat protocol day. Enjoy the early dismissal.
This show is dedicated to the work that wasn't able to be put into other shows. Now on to Zario with some info about waste pollution.
Most, if not all of us, make an effort to reduce waste by recycling. Even so, there is an abundance of trash and discarded items being left on the streets as litter. If we are all recycling ourselves, then where is all of this trash coming from? While America holds around 4% of the global population, we produce around 12% of the planet's trash. After doing some research, I found that the average person makes about 1.5 tons of trash a year. That's a little less than 3,000 pounds of trash per person. When you multiply that by the amount of people in America, around 340 million, you get about 504 million pounds of trash in 1 year. Before you get shocked, remember that the United States makes over 500 billion pounds of trash in a year. That means we make up about 3% of America's trash per year.
Well, there are many different types of pollution. Air pollution is one that it's going to end up giving us acid rain, which is going to etch out things and make our buildings last longer and cause a lot of lung issues. Then we have groundwater pollution, which is going to give us an unhealthy drinking supply. And we have other various kinds of pollutions that if we control them, our whole habitat environment will be better.
The majority of waste in America comes from goods that we only use briefly, such as clothing, single-use packaging, and more. In the industry, many things are made so that they have to be rebought in the future, and while that improves profit, it causes an abundance of old or damaged objects that go into the landfill instead of being repaired. Looking at the research, while we need to reduce the amount of waste that we produce ourselves, we need to hold larger companies and those in power accountable so that the situation can be made known and a cleaner, greener solution can be found. For the Lancaster Catholic Morning Show, I'm Zariel Banton.
Now on to AJ with some information about autism.
In a world with a wide variety of mental disorders, autism is a very uncommon but well-known one. What is autism? Autism is a mental disorder that impacts the nervous system and makes it very hard for people with it to communicate. Today, I interviewed Niklaus Charbonneau, who has been diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. It's another type of autism.
The teachers thought I was really weird. I'm not going to lie to you. The teachers thought I was really weird, so they told me that I had to do something. I had to do like some test, and I got it, and I was young. I didn't even know what it meant. I'm going to be honest. I just thought it had a funny name.
Asperger's is considered a high-functioning autism. People with it have much trouble socializing and a major obsession with certain topics.
Last year, I got bored during English class and wrote a 4-page essay on the most random thing that nobody cares about because it's so rare that it's not even classified as a blood cancer anymore. Polycythemia vera.
I believe that we should all understand how autism works so that we can provide an easier society for the people diagnosed with it.
We should all celebrate who we are, and we should use our strengths to challenge our weaknesses. I'm Antonio Garcia with The Morning Show. Thanks, me. Now on to Alexis with some info about cats.
As a cat owner myself, I thought it would be interesting to ask some of my fellow classmates about their cats. Tell me about your cat's personality.
The one was very quiet and kind of shy, but the other was super rowdy all the time.
He's really mean and finicky, but he's also cuddly sometimes.
What is it like to own a cat?
It's very fun because you'll just find them in random rooms in the house.
Nice, low maintenance, fun, entertaining.
What do you love most about your cat?
I loved her fur.
I think I just loved them being there with you or sleeping on your bed.
He's really soft and he has a lot of personality.
Being a cat owner sure isn't easy, but so many people I've talked to claim that their lives have been made better by having a cat.
They're very loving, most of them.
But she did have a dark side. She peed on my Legos.
He's naughty on the whole. That's his whole thing.
Some of them are spunky and love to play. Others are more on the cuddly side and like to nap. But even when they're naughty, it seems impossible not to fall in love with them. Having a cat can bring unconditional love and companionship to your life. Some studies even show that it can reduce stress levels. Cats can be a wonderful friend to have at home. From Lancaster Catholic, I'm Alexis Linhart.
At Lancaster Catholic, javelin throwers practice their technique and form on a daily basis, as well as training once a week in the weight room. While practicing, they work on such things as their 5-step, throw release, crow hop, footwork, and full throw. I was able to talk to javelin throwers Christian Velez Burnaby and Andrew Richards to ask them some of their experiences of being javelin throwers.
My favorite part about throwing jav for LCHS is that our coaches are really relaxed, very funny. Also, coming off of a bone bruise, I thought it wasn't going to be the easiest thing in the world, but it turns out it wasn't too hard on me. I also like my teammates, really funny, silly people. Yep. It was because of my friends. They said that it was pretty fun and relaxed, and now on Saturday practices, we get free food. I was very motivated by that. It was a good decision. It was my first year, and I started off doing okay. It's not the hardest thing to do in the world, but it definitely takes some strength and skill.
My favorite part about throwing jav is just how relaxed it is. We just come out, we just throw. It's just a chill time. We just talk about stuff, listen to music. As long as we're not goofing off, it's a great time. Well, most of the time after we're finished throwing in the weight shed over there, we normally head out here and just throw the javelin. Well, I joined my freshman year after I had gotten injured doing running, and after thinking about it for a little bit, I decided to come out for the throwing team, and I really enjoyed jav and did pretty well for my freshman year.
Javelin at Lancaster Catholic can be summarized in a few words: enjoyable, intense, and rewarding. For the Lancaster Catholic Morning Show, I'm CJ Lancelota.
If you have a birthday today, you share it with Beetlejuice.
Have a great weekend, Crusaders.